Hi, welcome to our Pilates class. This is a beginning level class with time to concentrate and flow slowly between things so that we can improve our strength and focus on technique. So we're going to start with our Pilates breath. I want you to take your hands to your rib cage. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through an open, relaxed mouth. We're keeping our belly, pressing in and feeling our ribs expand and contract. So an inhale through the nose. And an exhale through the mouth. And again, inhale. And exhale. Trying to focus the mind by concentrating on our breath. And again, inhale. And exhale. This time, take your hands to your low abs. We're continuing with the same breath pattern, trying to feel no movement in our low abs except maybe a slight pressing in towards the spine on an exhale. So inhale through those ribs and exhale through the mouth. And again, breathe in and out. Two more like that. So trying to keep that breath with us through our whole class here. We'll be doing a 45-minute class. We're going to make our way into a seated position with our feet out in front of us. Gently grab around the knees, and as we inhale, lift that spine up. And as we exhale, scoop that belly in and then find a C curve shape in the body. Inhale up. And exhale, press that belly in and curve the back. Try to keep the shoulders pressing away from the ears so that we maintain a long neck. And then inhaling up. And exhale back. And one more. Inhale up. And exhale back. Let's hold right here. Take an inhale breath. And then exhale, press that belly in a little more. And again, inhale. And exhale, belly in. You should really be feeling that low ab connection. Exhale. Breathing in. And out. Good. You can go ahead and make your way to laying down, however you want. Maybe with a little bit of control. That low ab connection that we felt there with our C curve, we've maintained that a lot through our Pilates class. That belly pressing in towards the spine, that intentional connection while we're doing other stuff always stays. So we're going to come into hundreds. We're going to take our legs to tabletop position. If this is too challenging, you can always keep the feet flat on the floor. Wherever we're working, we want to feel a connection with our low back and your mat, and then still that belly pressing in, which I'll probably say a lot. Take a breath in. We're going to exhale, lift the head and chest off the ground, press the belly in, and we pump our arms as we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, out, inhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can keep that focus about mid-thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if you can lift those shoulders a little bit more off the mat. Last inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Let the head relax down. And while we're resting, still maintaining our Pilates breath pattern. In the nose and out through a relaxed mouth, which sometimes I forget. And I breathe out through pursed lips, but we try to keep our mouth relaxed. Lots of things to think about. So plant those feet on the floor. Find your connection with your low back and your mat. Take your arms right by your side. Take an inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to slide those hands up to hip height and lift the head and chest off the floor. Good. Inhale down. And exhale, lift. And inhale down. Exhale, lift. Think of shortening the distance between your ribs and your hips. Inhale, lower that head down. And exhale, lift. Good. Inhale. We're going to exhale, hold it up here. And then take both hands on one side of your leg. And then to the center. Inhale to the other side. And to the center. Take an inhale breath. And exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, one hand over the side of your leg. Exhale, center, lift those shoulder blades up. Inhale to the other side. Exhale, center. And inhale, lower it down. And take an exhale. Breathing in. Press that belly down as you lift those shoulder blades off the floor. Inhale to one side. Maybe you can lift a little higher. Exhale to center. Belly in. Inhale to the other side. Exhale to center. Belly down. Inhale. Take an exhale. Make sure that low back's still on the floor. Exhale, lifting up. Inhale to the side. And exhale, center. Inhale, other side. And exhale, center. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold. One more time. Inhale here. Exhale, lift. Inhale to the side. And exhale, center. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lower it down. Good. Now we're going to take our hands behind our head. Trying to keep those elbows really open. When our hands are behind our head, make sure that you're not really opening that chest. We want those ribs to stay knitted together so that our low abs are still turned on. Keeping a long neck, take a breath in. And as we exhale, lifting our chest off the ground. Keep a long neck and exhale lower. Inhale lower. Exhale, lift off the floor. And down. And exhale, lift again. Think you're sliding your ribs towards your hips, shortening your waist. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. And inhale, down. Good. Exhale, lift. Hold it here. Going higher for 4. Belly in 3. Exhale, lifting 2. And 1. And rest it down. So we're going to do 4 sets of lifting up and then our 4 small pulses. On every exhale, I think you're going to press your belly button down into your spine a little further. Try to keep the elbows open. I always get a constant reminder there. Take a breath in. And we exhale up for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale down. And exhale, low back to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe in. And lift. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. And down. So now we're going to take our legs to the tabletop position. Hands about 45-degree angle out from your hips. Find that low back imprinted on the spine, and then this 90-degree angle with our legs. We want to try to maintain that. When we're going to move on to some toe taps. So just lowering one leg down as we inhale. Keep that low back on the floor, and then we exhale and lift it back up. Other side. Inhale down, tap the floor. Exhale, belly in, and lift. And inhale down, and exhale up. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Keep those legs going. Exhale. So while we're lying down here, check that you have a long neck. The shoulder blade should be pressing down the back. Lots of space around the head. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Breathing in and out and in. Every exhale, belly presses down. And that's our goal, at least. Breathing in and out and in and out. Lowering our toes down to the floor. You should still feel those abs turned on if they're pressing down into the ground. Just dropping our knees side to side, take those arms out to a T. So just dropping our knees down to one side, lifting one hip, and then as you exhale, let your abdominals lift your knees back to center. Glue that low back when you get to the center. Inhale, dropping to the other side. And exhale up. And glue that low back down. One more each side like this. Inhaling. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to go ahead and lift those feet a little bit off the floor. And again, dropping our knees to one side, breathing in. Exhale, press the belly down to the spine. And inhale down. And exhale up. Keep the knees in line with the hips if you can. Inhale. And exhale, belly in. Inhale. Exhale, belly in. So you can stay here or go back to toes down or lift the feet up so now that they're in line with the knees, back to that tabletop position, 90-degree angle. Here we go. Inhale, knees to one side. Exhale, belly in. Move that low back to center. Inhaling to the other side. And exhale, scoop the belly and lift the knees. Breathing in. And out. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Go ahead and let those feet lower down. We're going to come up into a seated position, so just press your way up. And we're going to come into rolling like a ball. So like we were sitting before with hands on the shin and find that C curve shape with the body, maintaining a long neck. So when we roll like a ball, make sure that we only go to our shoulders. We don't want our neck or our head on the ground. So it's like we're frozen in this shape and we roll down and back. Lift so that just your tippy toes are on the floor. And then find where you have a little balance. And then with an inhale, we rock back, keeping the shape. And exhale. And inhale, rocking back. And exhale up. And again, inhale. And exhale. We try not to kick our legs out is the goal. And inhale back. And exhale. We'll do 4 more. Inhale. And exhale. Remember, only to the shoulders. And exhale. Last 2. Keep that C curve shape with the upper body. Good. And then let the feet down. Maybe wrap around the knees and then find a nice long spine. Exact opposite of that C curve shape. Then planting those feet flat on the floor again, coming into some roll backs. with bent legs. So gently grabbing under the thighs, take a breath in with that flat back. As we exhale, we scoop the belly in and going through that C curve shape. We're going to go about halfway down to start. So take an inhale breath as you hold there. As we exhale in a circular motion, we release those arms and then rolling back up. And then exhale, scoop the belly. You can grab behind the legs. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, release those arms, and a circular motion brings us up to a nice flat. Exhale, C curve shape. But we still have a long neck. And exhale, circle. And up. Go ahead, try one with me with the arms staying out. Exhale, C curve shape. Rolling it back. And then we exhale, circle, and lift. Good. Let's take a little break in a butterfly position. So glue the bottoms of the feet together. Let those knees open. Feet can be in closer if that feels good to you, or further away. Again, finding a flat back. Take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, we're just hinging forward at the waist, so we're keeping our low back and our upper body nice and flat. Good. Maintain that flat back. Take an inhale breath. And as you exhale, then we can find some curve in the upper body to bring our head closer to our feet, or if our feet are in closer towards our groin, reaching our head in front of our feet. But all that length that we just found in the waist by bending forward with our straight back, we try to keep it. Good, so go ahead and roll back up. This time on our rollbacks, we're going to go all the way down till our head is touching the floor. So reaching those arms out, take a breath in. Exhale, C curve shape through the body, keep those abs engaged. As we gently, slowly, with control, lower ourselves down to the mat. So lift those arms to the sky on an inhale. As we exhale, our arms reach forward. We lift our head, shoulders back. And we try to come up with a fluid, smooth motion, circling through into our flat back. Exhale, scooping the belly in. Lowering down like we're in slow motion. We inhale the arms up. And we exhale, peel off the mat. Circling around into our flat back. Inhale. Trying to take one exhale to get to the floor, but you can always add more breaths if you need. Just as long as we're maintaining our breath, that's the important part. Inhale, arms lift. And exhale, roll it up. And one more. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, scoop the belly, rolling down. And we'll stay here. Good. So a little bit more of our supine abdominal work. Coming into the beginning of our Pilates 5 ab series. It starts with single leg stretch that we did in the first beginner's video. So keeping our leg up towards the sky will make it a little bit easier on our abdominals. If you're feeling more strength, then slowly starting to lower the leg down. But wherever we are, we make sure that our low back is glued to the floor. And we do an exhale, exhale, inhale to switch our legs. One leg is bent, one leg is straight. So get those legs ready. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, lifting the head and chest off the floor. Single leg stretch. We go. Exhale, exhale, inhale to switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale to switch. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Every exhale, see if you can press the belly down with your exhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, inhale. We'll do 8 more. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Good, rest the knees into the chest and the head down. Take some deep breaths to relax. Next in the series of 5 is double leg stretch. So today we're going to try to keep our legs in this tabletop position whenever we come back to the start. And again, we can take our legs to the sky or slowly finding them further away from the body with the more abdominal strength that we go. So inhale here. Exhale, lift the head and chest up. Arms down by your legs. Inhale, arms and legs open away from each other. And then exhale, we come up to our starting position and maybe lift the chest higher. Inhale, arms and legs open. And exhale, scoop it in and lift. You can always lay the head down. And then bring it back up. Inhale. And exhale, lift. Inhale. Remember that low back imprinted on the floor. Breathing in. And out. And last one, inhale. And exhale. Press the knees into your chest. Okay, so we're going to do one more thing here, lying on our backs. Coming into a little bit of straight leg work. So we'll keep one leg bent and one leg straight. We're going to straighten our leg to the sky. And then we're just going to lower it again as much as you can with keeping the low back on the floor and keeping the leg as straight as can be. If there's a bend in the knee, that's totally fine. Just maybe over time, try and straighten a little bit more. So hands down by your sides. We just lower that leg. 1, exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Tabletop legs. Other leg straighten out. And inhale, down. And exhale, lift. Breathing and lowering. And exhale, up. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe this time take it 1 inch further. And exhale. Good. Tabletop. This time for an added challenge, we'll lift our head and chest off the floor. So one leg to the sky, lifting the head and chest up. Try to get all the way so the shoulder blades are off the ground. And inhale down. And exhale, lift. Belly in. Inhale down. And exhale, lift. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Good. Tabletop legs. Let the head and chest lay down for an inhale. Exhale, lift up. Leg to the sky. Inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Try to keep the knee right in line with the hip. And exhale, lift. To ease it up, you could bring that knee closer into the chest. Exhale, lift. Inhale, maybe 1 inch down more, and exhale. Resting it in. So we're gonna just roll over onto our side. Get into a little leg work here. So lining our shoulders and hips up with the back of our mat and our legs out to that front corner. We have both feet are flexed. We press our belly in and we make sure we have a long neck here. This front hand's here to support us, keeping those hips stacked right on top of each other. Just lift that top leg and we're finding small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Reverse that circle. 1. So we just want that leg moving. Try not to let that leg movement affect the rest of our body. We don't want to be rocking back and forth. And we do that by keeping those abs engaged. And that's 8. Good. Lower it down and then stretch that foot. And this time lift it a little bit higher and finding small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I always like to imagine that I'm wearing a really tight belt, and it makes me think of cinching in from the sides of the waist and the front. 7 and 8, and then reverse your circle. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Bring it down. And if you're finding that you're wobbling all over the place, you can always bend that bottom knee for a little more stability. We have 1 more set. Flex the foot, and this time we did low, medium, now higher. Make sure that knee is still pointing right in front of you. And small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Think of that belt around the waist. 6, 7, and 8, and reverse. 1, 2, 3. Try not to let the leg drop. 5, 6, tummy in. 7, and 8. Good. And then we'll bend that knee to get into our inner thigh, or you can plant that foot on the floor. And pressing that knee open gives us a little stretch on the hip. You can grab around that ankle, and let's go ahead and lay the head down, but still maintaining a long neck. Flex that bottom foot, and we're going to lift it up and find small circles. 1. Just like we did with our top leg. 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 4, 8, 7, 6. So really keep that belly pressing in when we're lying down. It's easy to forget about those abs. And 1. Good. Point the foot and circle. 1, 2. Really try to lift the height of your circle up. 4. So you're really feeling that inner thigh engage. And 7, and 8, and reverse. 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1, and finishing with 8 small lifts. Flex the foot, keep it right where it is, and lift it higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. Now line up your body in a totally straight line here. Then bring that bottom knee in line with the hip. Stack the other one on top of it. We're going to come into a parallel leg clamshell. So use that hand there for support and flex the feet. Keeping this hip stacked on top, we open that leg, but only as far as we can keep those hips stacking. 2, 3, don't let that hip roll back. 4, and 5, and 6. Need a reminder there. I like to take my hand to my hip. Remind it not to roll back. We have 8 more. 8, and 7. Check in with your breath. 6, and 5. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And 1, I think, or maybe we have 1 more. Sorry, I lost count. And then we're going to come into a little bit of oblique work while we're here on this side. So, hand on the waist, lifting up. We're on our forearm, and we're just going to lift our hips up. Go ahead and flex those feet. So lifting those hips up and down and up and down and lift and lower and lift and lower. So my hips are in line with my elbow. Then my knees are in line with that hand. That's coming straight front. Lift and lower and lift and lower. Up and down. Good. Up. Hold it. Think that someone's pressing you right there in the side of your waist and lifting you higher, higher, higher. Press that belly in. And then down. Good. Now we're going to come into a full side plank. If you want to keep those knees, that top or that bottom knee down, or an assisted side plank. And then just see if maybe you can get some more weight into that hand and lift the knee up. Or come with me and take both feet, putting our top leg in front. So wherever we are, holding here, every exhale, press the belly in. 3 more breaths. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then find small lifts with the hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And then coming down. We'll rotate into our other side to get into our leg work. So hips and upper body in line with the back of your mat. Feet out towards that front corner. Take a moment to imagine that belt around your waist and that long neck, shoulder blades pressing down the back. Feet are flexed. Lift it up and find small circles. We're at a low height here. 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keeping the rest of the body still. 2, and 1. Good, and then pointing the foot, and we lift to a medium height and circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press the belly in. 7, and 8, and reverse. 4, 8, 7. Really stretch the back of the knee on both legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take it down. Then flex the leg. Now we're lifted up to a high height, but the knee is still pointing right in front of us. Press the belly in and elongate that neck. Small circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then coming into our inner thigh, so a bent leg, or planting that foot on the floor. Press that knee out away from you and lay the head down. Lifting that foot up and circle. 1, 2, 3. Again, really press that tummy in the side lying position. 2, and 1. Reverse. 1, 2. Long neck here. 3, 4. Just that leg moving. 6, 7, and 8. Point the foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Check that your leg is as straight as you can make it. 7, and 8. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring it down and then flex. Lift it up as high as it can go. And we have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Then make your body into a straight line here. Bringing the knees in line with the hips and the feet in line with the knees. Feet are flexed. Come into a parallel clamshell. Keep that hip stacked. And exhale. 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 3, 4. Tummy in. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Then we're going to come into our forearm assisted plank. Hand in line with knees, elbow in line with hips. Flex those feet and we lift those hips up. 4, 1, and 2, 3, 4. Press that belly in. 5. Check in with your neck. 6, and 7. Hold it up. 8. Pretend like someone's pressing you right there in your sideways a little higher. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Making our way into side plank, or with that knee down for a little assistance. Hand on the waist. Our top leg is in front, bottom leg behind. And hold it here. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, belly in. Breathing in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Lift those hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to lower down onto our stomachs. Taking your forehead into your hands and rest it down. Now squeeze your butt and stretch those legs. Maybe your knees are lifting off the floor. Lifting one leg 8 times. Here we go. 1 and 2. Squeeze the belly. This time think that you're lifting your belly to the ceiling. 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Switch legs. 1 and 2. Squeeze your butt. 3, don't let the leg bend when it lifts. 4, and try to lift your belly button off the mat. 6, 7, and 8. Good. This time your first leg, tuck your toes, straighten that knee, lift the back of the heel to the sky. 8 and 7. 6, pretend that your tummy is lying on a block of ice. We're trying to lift it up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Lower it down, tuck that other foot, stretch the knee, and 1, 2. Keep those abs engaged. 3 and 4. We want to protect our back. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now we're going to come into an extended position here. So again, we really want to protect our backs so we keep those low abs pressing in towards the spine. Keep the glutes squeezing. Inhale, lift the chest off the ground. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. This time lifting the hands up with the upper body. 1. And down. And 2. And down. This time, if you want to add the legs, we're lifting everything off the floor, but really squeeze that belly in. Lifting up. 1 and 2. Again, squeeze that belly in. Squeeze the butt. Maybe the knees are lifting off the ground because your legs are so straight. Lift the upper body, and then lift the hands. Now open the hands up so fingers are apart, and then see if you can squeeze your thumbs towards each other. Then we flip our palms over, and up, down, and up. Keep that butt squeezing, and down, and up, and faster. 8, 7, down, up, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Palms down. Squeeze the pinkies towards each other for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep that belly pressing in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Flip the palms over, squeezing thumbs towards each other for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now lifting the palms to the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, tummy in. 2, 1. Hands down, back to the hands to the sky. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and good. Relax everything. Maybe shake the hips out. That always feels good to me. And to rest. To rest. Good. And then come up to hands and knees. So shoulders right over the hands. Scoop that belly in and then tuck the toes. Lift the knees slightly off the floor and hold it here. Taking deep breaths. Good. Tapping one knee down. Down and up. Other side. Down and up. Down. Up. Down. We have 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And rest those knees down. Take the knees wide, toes together, hips back into an extended child's pose. Creep those fingers away from you. Good, and then rolling back into hands and knees. This time, for our second round, we can stay in the tabletop position, or if you want to go to plank, for a bit more of a challenge, we're going to do the same knee taps. So wherever you are, lift those knees off the ground, engage the abs, and squeeze the glutes as you're in plank. One knee down for 1. Other side, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We're going to lift the hips to the sky in a downward facing dog. Take another inhale here. And as we exhale, go ahead and walk the hands in towards the feet. If you have a lot of tightness behind the hamstrings, just bend those legs. Dangling here for a few breaths. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, scoop the belly and then roll up slowly to standing. Stack those hips over the heels, stack your shoulders over the hips, and the ears over the shoulders. Take an inhale breath here, and on an exhale, we're going to roll back down over our feet, chin to chest, keeping the belly in. Finding some fluidity down through our spine, over the legs, and again, you can bend those legs. We're going to walk back out to plank for our last finishing move here. And take those knees down to the floor or keep them lifted. We're finding one slow tricep push-up so those elbows are grazing our ribs. Here we go, down in 4 counts. 4, 3, 2, 1. You can always rest on your tummy and then press up in one piece. 4, 3, 1, and then walk the hands in towards the legs. Bending those legs if you need the length. Take a deep inhale. As we exhale, we scoop the belly in and roll up to standing. Hips over the heels, shoulders over the hips, and ears over the shoulders. Let those hands go. Take an inhale, arms up. And exhale, open. Push your shoulder blades down your back and finishing with nice, good posture that hopefully we carry with us through the whole rest of our day. Thanks for joining me for this beginning Pilates class, and I hope you will join me again soon.